All right, Pirate fans, welcome out to another episode of the Pirates Cove podcast. This is episode number 37. Of course, it's the interview. It's Wednesday, so to start off the episode, the podcast, we usually have guests, and we do have two guests. They're varsity players for our volleyball Rockport-Fulton Lady Pirates volleyball team, and I'll introduce them here in just a minute. But I do want to introduce my crew, the Pirate Cove crew. We've got the coach, Steve Cantu. Coach, how you doing this evening?
Hey, blessed, brother. Happy to be here.
And of course, we got the Z-Man, Johnny Zavala. Z-Man, how you doing this evening?
Doing good.
All right. And I'm the host, Gabriel Trevino. And of course, like I said, we're another episode of the Pirates Cove podcast. Today, part one, the interview, we've got two of our Rockport-Fulton Lady Pirates volleyball, varsity volleyball players. We've got Jessica Schibi. She's a junior. Jessica, how you doing?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Doing great. And then we've got junior Messiah Hernandez. Messiah, how you doing?
I'm good.
So we want to bring the ladies on. We've got to do a little Q&A, ask them a couple of questions. Of course, they're having a fantastic season. The expectation was high at the start of the season. The girls went 2 rounds in the playoffs last year, and the team that beat them actually went all the way to state. So just about all the players came back. So the expectation was high for our volleyball team, and they've been doing really good. And of course, they're fighting to get the district title and bring it back home to Rockport-Fulton. And they're in the second round, so they got a few games left, some tough games coming up. So we're going to do a little Q&A with the ladies. And so I'm going to pass it over to Johnny, and he's got a couple of questions for you.
Welcome aboard, girls. Hey, Jessica, what got you into playing volleyball? I know it's not a sport that's around Rockport. You don't have the youth going on. You got the soccer going on at the youth. You got the basketball going on in the youth. But what got you into volleyball?
Well, really, in 6th grade, we started playing volleyball and athletics and learning. Like, the coaches were teaching us how to play volleyball. But then I reached out in, like, Corpus and Taft and a whole bunch of other places and started getting involved outside of school. And then 8th grade comes around, and I joined a club team, which I've been doing club ever since 8th grade. So.
Okay. So you played outside of town. What about you, Messiah?
I had an older cousin that used to play for Rockport, and I've always thought it was just like really cool. And she did a lot of sports actually. And we started playing in middle school, and I started liking volleyball. And then I was on the same club team as Jessica actually. Yeah. We played together for a while, and that's how it started. Now here we are in varsity.
So who was your cousin that played here in Rockport?
She's actually my aunt.
Your aunt, okay. And who is that?
Her name's Hillary.
Hillary, okay. Cool. I've always was curious, but I see y'all go outside of Rockport playing the extra volleyball going on.
Mm-hmm.
Jessica, what role do you have on a team? Like, what position do you play, and what do you get put in for? Is there special situations you get put in for?
I am a defensive specialist, so I go in only in the back row where I play defense and serve receive and cover the ground in the back row and get the passes in to where that we can set and put the ball down.
Sweet. What about you, Messiah?
Me, actually, I'm a setter and I play right side. So I'm on the right side most of the time, but if we ever need, like if one of our setters is missing, I will play the second setter behind MG. And yeah, so as a setter, I pretty much touch the ball every time, but other than that, I'm always hitting on the right side.
Interesting. And of course, you're talking about 3 guys that have no education on volleyball. So I was very curious about, what do y'all do? I know y'all go in and out, we're used to like certain other sports where like somebody messes up the only time when somebody goes in. But I know Coach Jeffrey has y'all set in different ways and stuff like that. And, we're trying to get a little educated too on the volleyball ourselves. But thank you. I'm going to pass it on to Gabriel now.
And ladies, that's true. The first game I went to, I was like, what are they doing? I didn't understand y'all playing. And then they stopped playing. And then I look at the umps of those ladies that are right there. And I'm like, what happened? And, they're like, hey, man, because I commentate a lot, on the social media pages. And because I'll be honest with you, match versus set. That's how bad it was. I was writing a thing on you, and I was is this a set or is it what is it? So I had to Google this stuff to find out, man. It was horrible, man. But we told Coach Jeffries, we had him on before the season started, and we said, hey, we're gonna get educated, and we're learning a lot. It's a fun sport. Yesterday, it was rowdy, man. It was loud, and the atmosphere was good. It was like, whoa, this is great. So yeah, we're learning a little bit. By next year, we'll be better, but he's got to have a little bit of patience. But we're trying, but we don't commentate because we don't know very much just yet. Steve, I'll pass it over to you. I know you got some questions for the ladies.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, first and foremost, ladies, I'd like to welcome both of you guys and say thank you for taking the time out of your day and joining us. I'm sure you guys, had a tough practice today along with all the school stuff going on. So thank you for taking a few moments. I'm sure you guys got lots of homework to get to, so we'll try to get you in and out as quick as possible. I just had a few questions, and this is again, Gabriel touched on it. I'm gonna be totally honest. Not a lot of light or not enough light is being shined on our volleyball program, and you guys are doing some exceptional things down there, and that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to bring you guys on and really shine some light on you. I mean, we don't have tons of viewers, but we have a lot. We feel that we're getting the word out there. So we just want to give you guys an opportunity to talk about your sport and really boost it up and yourselves, especially. So my first question, I'm gonna go with Messiah on this one. I've seen you guys at different functions, sit down together as a group at the pep rallies, and then I've seen you guys come after the football games, and you guys are always kind of loud and really having lots of fun. Other than school settings, do you guys hang out? I mean, what's really got, because y'all seem to be a really close unit. So, I mean, that only comes from hanging out with each other and getting to know each other on a personal level. So do you guys hang out outside of just say sports or school activities in general? Do you guys, hang out?
Yeah, these girls have really grown to be like my sisters. They're like my second family. We try to hang out a lot, and we try to like do stuff out of town. We go to Corpus and stuff together, and I really think that the chemistry we have off the court transfers to the court, and that's why we play so well.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I'm a firm believer in that teams that spend that extra time bonding and getting to know each other on a personal level always transfers over to the field or to the court in your case, and it always it's always better for the team. Jessica, so I know last year you guys were both on the team last year, and you guys had some success. You guys made a playoff run, but there was some bumps along the way. We talked to Coach Jeffrey, and he openly admitted that there was lots of games that you guys were close to winning, but never really could finish. How now this year, it seems like you guys have really turned the page and you've gotten a lot better, and you guys are starting to see the success turn into W's, right? You're starting to win. Talk to me about how much fun this season's been thus far for you, Jessica, on a personal level.
This season has actually been really fun because last season I came up from JV when district started, and the big problem was really communication, but now we've gained a lot of relationships coming into this season, and we're very close, and our communication is phenomenal right now. And I think that's a big part in why it's so much fun, because our chemistry is good, our communication is good, and when you communicate on the court, it's going to make everything just flow a lot easier.
Yeah.
So, and it's just fun, just when you're throwing your body for a team to get the ball up, it's a totally different feeling.
Yeah.
It's like totally.
Yeah, you know what? Like both Gabriel and Z-Man touched on it. We're new to the sport. Coach Jeffrey was my introduction to volleyball, and he made quite an impression on me. I told him I was ready to go suit up and play volleyball for him. That's how passionate he made me feel, just him talking about you ladies. And he's truly, believes in you guys and truly passionate for the sport. So it gave me, it didn't surprise me none to watch you guys, because this was before the season really got kicked off when we interviewed him. And he was just talking about, how potentially you guys were going to be good. You guys hadn't even gotten into the season. So it's cool to see, his belief, right, come true. Like, man, I knew these girls had it, so it's awesome. I'm looking forward to interviewing him again. And he really went out there, or you guys went out there and really proved it and came together as a team. So we're all excited to watch you guys, continue your season. And I think you guys are doing awesome. I got one more question here. Let's see. And this one's, I did say earlier that I wasn't going to split it up, but I kind of do want to ask the question and get both your guys' feel on it, just to give it more of a personal thing. So yesterday, you guys have been having an amazing season, and you haven't taken very many L's. And you guys are on a really hot winning streak here as of late. And then you guys go into Calhoun yesterday, and excuse me for being so blunt, they really came out to play, and they really they played hard and they got the win. Why don't we leave it like that? They played hard and they really got the win. They were making every play. So so that hangs the L on you guys. You guys lost the game. Talk to me about, one, on a personal level, how was it for you on the bus ride home? Because I know for me, sometimes after a loss, I probably won't say much to anybody. I'll kind of be in my own little corner, doing my own little sulking. But how was it for you personally, initially, to absorb the loss, and then talk to me as a team about, what you guys said to each other as a team to come together after a tough loss like that? Messiah,
Well,
I'll go to you first.
Okay, well, for one, it was so different to us because we're so used to the hype on the bus ride back and just blasting music and being so happy because we won and we played great, but things just didn't go our way last night. And you're right, they came to win, and they did end up winning, and we're all so competitive, and it really did hurt us, but it just makes us want to come back even stronger. And the good thing about us being so competitive is that we know that we never want to feel like that again. So we know next time we play them, because I'm pretty sure we're going to have to, in our future, that we're going to bring it next time. And everyone came and decided that how we played that night, we could have done so much better, and we're ready to get after it next time.
Awesome.
Jessica? And I agree with that. And it wasn't that only a few people were not doing their best. It was a whole team effort. And on the bus ride home, I'm more of I guess, to myself, and just thinking through everything and what could have I done better? What could have we as a whole done better? But it made us stronger more than anything. It was more of I don't want to say a wake-up call, but I guess it is a wake-up call that we can't just take teams lightly when we've already beat them. We need to come in every game like it's a new one, and we're just going to play our game.
Yeah. And to those girls' credit, it seemed like they got to every single ball. There was chances for us to swing the momentum, and those girls were really just making the play. So, hats off to them, right? They did an amazing job executing their game plan. And, we know you girls, weren't at the top of your game. And might have, like you said, Jessica, you might have been, looking past this team or feeling comfortable going into it because, how y'all played each other last game. But, hey, you know what I'm saying? You live and learn, and you come back to fight again. You guys got a few more games left in district play. I guess that's the one common team that you guys both have to play, who I think is going to make a big difference in Sinton, right? You guys got to play Sinton, and they have to play Sinton. So that's going to be big right there. Obviously, we got to take care of our business, right? We got to get our win against them. But so do they. And the last game they played Sinton, they played them really tight. It was a five set match, and they just won 3-2. So, you know, if Sinton puts a little pressure on them and enough to beat them, then you guys, you know, could possibly take over. Obviously, there's a few more games in between there, but that is the toughest game on both of your guys' schedules. Calhoun and your guys' schedule is going to be Sinton. So all eyes are going to be on that game. I think Gabriel said we're going to make that trip down to Sinton.
We are.
So that's
we
going
are
to be
Tuesday.
kind of cool.
Yeah, we'll be there. Tuesday.
Yes, next Tuesday. So we'll be there. We'll be broadcasting live. You know, hopefully we'll be commentating the game. I know those gyms are crazy loud. I was so freaked out about how loud it was. I was like, there's no way we can commentate in this, but I really do think we can. But that's going to be really awesome. I'm looking forward to going down there and watching you girls, you know, take on Sinton. And, you know, continued success to both of you guys. Again, thank you for coming on and taking time out of you guys' day. I really enjoyed the interview. Gabe?
Ladies, I know we didn't talk about this, but I just got one question that popped in, and I'd like for both of you guys to talk a little bit about your coach, Jeffries. Jessica, I'll go to you first. You know, what's Coach Jeffries like this season? I know you played for him last year, so he's been there for 2 years as the head coach. What's he like for you? How does he help in practice and games, preparing your game? Just talk a little bit about your head coach.
He has a passion for the game. So when we see that he has that passion, like if we're having a rough day or anything, he'll go out and play with us, like on the court, like play volleyball with us and give all his effort. And he told us one time, he's like, I wouldn't make you do something I wouldn't. And he has kept his word by that. And he's taught us a lot this year, and we have improved. And we just keep going. But the fact that he has a passion for the game and cares about us as a team, it's just he's a really good coach.
That's
And
awesome to hear.
Yes.
Did you want to add anything else, Jessica?
No, sir.
Messiah?
Coach Jeffrey, he's awesome. He's like, he just motivates every single one of us. And in practice, I'm sorry, my mom walked in. He's also a very like funny person, and he makes volleyball fun. And everything that he says is like so true, and because he knows what he's talking about. He's played the game and he loves it more than anything. And he also, one thing he's very good at is applying lessons in volleyball to like real life. Like he makes us stronger women as well. He's very smart, and he's just an awesome coach. He makes us all better, a lot better.
Wow, that's awesome. And you know, one of the things that one thing I saw from this team last night was that he'll rotate everybody in. I mean, I know, you know, we've got some people that have been playing on the squad, you know, for a few years, but everybody, even when you know, on that third game, I just see that rotation. It looks really good. Everybody plays. Everybody has their role. He has confidence, it seems, with every player that he has. You know, it's like, I can only count on this. He puts everybody in, and no matter what the situation is what it looked like to me. And you know, when we were down, I was looking at him, his reaction. You know, he was just taking it in. He's like, okay, you know, this may not be our night. We're just going to regroup. It didn't seem like he was, you know, yelling, and he just, you know, took it that third game. You know, it was real close, and he just kind of said, well, you know what? Okay, maybe not our night. We're probably going to take the L. But it just seemed like he was confident, and he's okay. We're going to go back to work tomorrow, and we're going to prepare. It was just awesome to see him in that situation. And I think that as the head guy here, he sets that example for the ladies. And it was just great. It was tough on the ride home. I was just talking about the game with the guys, and I was like, man, you know, I don't like to lose either, and I'm not even playing. You know, I'm very competitive. But the good thing is that we're still, you know, we still got a chance to win that district. We're right in the thick of things. It just got a little bit more interesting. You girls, take it one game at a time. You go back there, you win your games, and we'll see where the chips fall. Then you girls, hopefully we'll get the district title, and more importantly, we'll get in that playoff run. But it's going to be good, ladies. Juniors, Jessica Schibi and Messiah Hernandez, thank you for taking some time out to talk a little bit about the volleyball season. We'll definitely be bringing you girls back. Messiah, for you basketball, you got to jump right into basketball after volleyball. It's just right around the corner. And then Jessica, of course, when you girls get on that soccer field, we'll be bringing some of the girls back, and we'll definitely be live streaming and following our soccer girls. So for basketball and soccer, like volleyball, man, looks like you girls are going to have a big playoff run and hopefully bring the district title. So thank you very much for coming on, spending a few minutes. And here on the Pirates Cove, we always give our guests the last word. So Messiah, I'll go to you first. Anything you want to add before we call it a night?
Just I'm really proud to be a Pirate.
All right.
Hey, once a Pirate, always a Pirate, right? No matter what. Jessica?
I just want to say thank y'all for having us on. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you very much, girls. You girls have a nice evening, and we won't see you tomorrow. We're going to be streaming the football game, the JV up in Ingleside, but the Rockport game on Friday. But we will be traveling to Sinton on Tuesday, and GT Sports will live stream that game for our fans that can't make the trip out there. But don't just sit and watch it, man. We want to go pack that Sinton gym and cheer our girls on. They need all the. Sinton's going to be there. They're going to have all their fans. So if you can make the game out, Messiah and Jessica, is it 6 o'clock? You'll play Tuesday at 6, right? 7. Okay, 7 o'clock. So it's 7 on Tuesday. It's going to be a great matchup. It's going to be a battle. Two Pirates, the Maroon Pirates, the Green Pirates. So come on out if you can at 7 o'clock and pack that Sinton gym up, and let's cheer our girls to a victory on Tuesday. Girls, good luck on Friday, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Good night, ladies. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. That was two of our juniors. They'll be back next year, Messiah Hernandez and Jessica Schibi. Man, guys, I got to tell you, I like what they said. They kind of just seem like, they know what they did, and they know they didn't play their best game. And, Calhoun came out, and I liked what I heard from these two ladies. It's just back at work. They know what they have to do. And I think they're going to get back on that winning streak, and we'll see where the chips fall. And I'm looking forward to that playoff run, guys. And definitely we'll travel with them, not with them, but when they play their game, and definitely stream their games. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great season. Messiah plays basketball.
You know what a great sign of a kid that as a coach, you've gotten a hold of, and you've touched them in a positive way is when they're grown enough to own up to their own mistakes. And I heard both of those girls say it, hey, we didn't play our best. A lot, you hear a lot these days, the players are quick to point out referee calls or this, that, or the other, for their errors or whatever it may be. It's really refreshing to hear a kid own up to their mistakes and say, hey, you know what? We didn't play well. We didn't play well enough to win. We didn't deserve the win. To say those words, to have those words in your vocabulary is just a sign of, one, great, the parents are doing a great job raising their child, and two, the coach is doing a phenomenal job raising his athletes. And they touched on it. They said, they spoke about Jeffrey and how close their relationship and how great of a job he's doing, turning them into young ladies. And that's awesome. That's very refreshing to hear. And I was excited, truly happy with that interview. One of our best.
Yeah, I got to agree, man. It was great. And I think, and like I said, this interview, man, they just kind of owned up to it. Said, hey, look, we didn't play our best game. We got our butts kicked, but you know what? That's it's past. We're looking forward to Ingleside and continuing to go. And we know these girls are talented. So sometimes, a loss, like she said, will wake us up. It's not a wake up call, but it is. And we can't take any team lightly just because we beat them once. We've got to play our A game every game to make sure we win. So great interview, man. The girls interviewed great. Actually, they'll both be back. We'll be interviewing them in other sports that they play, and they'll be back next year for this varsity volleyball team. So Jeffries will have these two ladies back next year amongst with the underclassmen that we got, man. It's going to be great. Before we kind of take a break, 10-minute break, and then we come back to do part 2 and 3 for the Pirates Cove, I do want to let our followers know that next Wednesday, October 20th, here on the Pirates Cove, we're going to have Rockport-Fulton Middle School volleyball coach Melissa Reyes join us here on the podcast. We'll be talking about our middle school volleyball girls, and she'll touch on what they're doing, how well their program are doing. Those eighth grade A girls are undefeated. The 8B, I think, are like 4-1. They've got a winning record. And then, of course, the 7A and 7B also have winning records. And, with our freshmen and JV guys, this volleyball squad here in Rockport, it looks like we're going to be good and competitive for the next 5 to 6 years. So that's good to see, man. So we'll have Melissa Reyes next Wednesday here on the Pirates Cove talking about our middle school volleyball teams. And then the last Wednesday of October 27th, 2021, of course, we'll have Rockport-Fulton Lady Pirates varsity basketball coach Morgan Hill will join us here on the podcast. And Coach Hill will be talking about her 2022 basketball lady basketball team. I mean, these ladies went 3 rounds in the playoffs last year, and just like our volleyball team, she's got just about everybody coming back from a 3 round playoff. So the expectation for our Lady Pirates basketball team is high. To win that district title yet again, keeping it here in Rockport, and making a deep playoff run. So Coach Hale will be here October 27th, and we'll be talking basketball. The season's just around the corner. And then, of course, we've already got some coaches lined up for November. We'll talk about that the last week of October. But it's going to be great, guys. We've got a good two good coaches coming up the next 2 weeks. It's going to be very interesting. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Good interviews, good Q&A with Coach Reyes and Coach Hale. So, guys, let's take a 5-10 minute break. I'll text Tony, see if he's going to join us, and then we'll get parts 2 and 3 completed.
Sounds great.
All right.